My hot button tonight is pegged on an article that appeared on the Daily Nation today, which was basically saying that some school heads may be forced to send children home just days after they open school because capitation has not arrived in those schools. This time because the government is still conducting an audit on the number of learners who are actually in those schools. Brings me to basically this point. And I want to tell all of us as the adults of this country called Kenya that we are failing our children. And this is how I say we are failing our children. Our constitution, which I'm sure Professor Sihanya will very easily tell us, has an article called Article 53, which is the rights of children. Children have rights in our constitution. Right to life, right to nationality, right to a free and basic compulsory education, among very many other rights, including right to housing, right to food, right to health, and others. What have we done to them when it comes to education? Let's just roll back and work with me here. 2019, the government decides to roll out their competency-based curriculum, then called CBC. So grades 1, 2, 3 were then incorporated into CBC. So just do your first finger like this. That is 2019. Grade 3s are in 3. The next year, 2020, grade 3s are in 4. The next year, 2021, grade 4s are in 5. The next year, 2022, grade 5s are in 6. Now, come 2022 and they're in 6, CBC says they shall transition to 7. 7 is junior school. And the entire country comes to an abrupt halt upon the realization that our children are going to be transitioning. What do we do? Where are they going? Are they going to junior school in primary school or junior school in secondary school? And we had a whole national discussion and debate around that. We ended up taking these children to primary schools, and then we realized, oh my goodness, we need teachers. We don't have teachers. We need labs. We don't have labs. They spent an entire term without trained teachers teaching them, without labs where they could go to school. Some of them even second term and third term. Those same grade 7s are now in grade 9. And we are again having this another whole conversation. Oh my God, they're going into 10. Where is 10? It's in secondary school. So what happens to them? How do they go into their career paths and so on and so forth? What are we doing? All those years, it's like we did not know that there'll be a grade 7. We did not know that there'll be a grade 9 into 10. And we are just crossing the bridges when we get there. That's absolute nonsense. We are failing our children. And if you're not angry enough, we shall continue failing our children. Right now, we have about 12 million learners in grade 1 up to grade 9. That's an entire generation of learners who are just going through things trizex, while we adults are battling over very many other things, including what we shall be discussing tonight, but not asking our questions. What are we doing to our children? We are failing our children. And that's my hot button.
I think every time, and I like how you've termed it, we are failing our children, because it's so Kandu how, I remember in Kandutura Primary School in Laikipia North, when there's a storm that, fled off all the classrooms, rained on the kids' books, and the kids were in the rain for literally days with no government response. And in my head, I'm looking at the fact that, we are failing them from the infrastructure, from the reality of what education, quality education looks like. With almost 85.5 billion already spent in these transitions by the 2024-2025 financial year. That's for primary school, and around 61.68 billion for junior schools. And it's like that doesn't translate to the fact that we're seeing kids actually get to school safely, have a proper learning. Teachers are still not efficient and enough. We're not paying attention to the quality of Kenyan children at the moment. And like you said, we're distorting their future, because the pragmatic confusion of what the CBE has actually showcased is the fact that we're going to have a situation whereby even in high school, you don't even know what course you want to do because you missed such important steps in your learning. It's insane. And I think it's absolute nonsense, as you claimed, because that's the most upright right of children in the country, yet the one ministry that is complaining of so many issues, where children spend 70% of their time, which is all terms in school. So what are we really doing? What's our focus in the country? It's insane.
It is insane. And I think we're just not angry enough, as Eric has said. We're just not angry enough because it is unbelievable that we can have that kind of chaos regarding children, regarding education. So we're not angry enough. The sooner we are, the faster we can sort it out.